The aviation, I got a call from a footballer's agent to say, hey, we're looking at moving our player to the northeast. He's going to buy a helicopter. We hear you're using helicopters for music artists. And at the time, I was doing, we were doing flights for, Guns N' Roses and Elton John and, guys that were using, helicopters on a daily basis. And all of a sudden he was like, well, if you guys need it on an evening, we need it during the day. Surely
Yes.
this is great. This is music to our ears. Can we make it work? And we did. And that was sort of how Aviation Needs came about. We picked up our first club. And then the player moved, we picked up the second club, and then all of a sudden the players then start ringing you saying, don't suppose you know where the helicopter is tomorrow, or I
Yeah.
don't suppose you know if how I would get to buy a racehorse in, Paris or in Germany, how do I do that? And a lot of it, still to this day is trust, it's nothing that I don't do anything that nobody else can't do. It's just a lot
Yeah.
of my things. It's a trust that we've built up with our
Yes.
client base over the years. And as I say, some people ring me what feels like every day of the week, wanting our assistance on things, and some people I hear from, sporadically once, twice a year. You really never know, and we've become a very, very sort of reactive, one-stop, 360 shop,
Yeah.
really. But if somebody trusts you, even if you can't do it, they trust who you're
Yes.
putting
Yes.
forward.
I mean, a lot of the work we do with business people is helping to get the time back because ultimately time's your greatest asset.
Yeah,
Once you run out of money, you can make some more, but once you run out of time, it's once you spend your time, it's gone forever. So
yeah. But since COVID, I can't tell you. Well, I should work it out in percentage terms, but I bet there's been 80 plus percent increase on pet movement
right,
because now people that are flying private are taking their dog or their cat, to their holiday home
yep,
or on holiday with them or whatever, or to their second property or if they're going away for business for 6 months, then these are the sort of things that are now happening.